Today, we're diving into the biggest iOS update in Apple's history, iOS 18. After months of anticipation, it's finally rolling out across millions of iPhones worldwide. But what exactly are the major features you can look forward to? And is your iPhone even eligible for this update? Let's get right into it. First things first, is your iPhone eligible? The good news is that if you're currently running iOS 17, you're in luck. iOS 18 will be available on all iPhones, starting from the iPhone X and newer. So as long as your phone falls within that range, you'll be able to enjoy all the new features. Now let's break down the top updates coming to your device. One of the most anticipated features in iOS 18 is the ability to fully customize your home screen. Yes, after more than a decade, Apple finally lets you rearrange your app icons as you like. But that's not all. Apple is going the extra mile by allowing you to customize the look of those icons too. Want a fresh theme? You can do it. It's a long-awaited feature, but hey, better late than never, right? Now that customization is here, what's next? Maybe we'll see a universal back gesture in the future. Fingers crossed for that one. Apple is taking a page from Android's playbook with the new hidden and locked apps feature. With iOS 18, you can hide specific apps and even lock them with Face ID, Touch ID, or a passcode. This is a major win for privacy-conscious users. Notifications from these hidden apps will be muted and they won't appear in search results. So whether you want to keep certain apps out of sight or just lock them for extra security, this is an awesome addition. Next up is the revamped Photos app. Apple has made significant changes to how the Photos app works, integrating it with Apple Intelligence, their AI-powered technology. During beta testing, some of the changes were met with negative feedback, prompting Apple to make tweaks. Although we'll need to wait for the public release to fully understand how it performs, early reports indicate that it should offer smoother navigation and smarter photo organization. Gamers, you're going to love this. iOS 18 introduces a brand new game mode that prioritizes your gaming experience by reducing background activity, allowing games to run at higher frame rates. Not only that, but Bluetooth sampling will be optimized to reduce latency when using wireless audio devices or controllers. In short, this is Apple's answer to Android's game modes, and it's about time they caught up. Now here's something that's been in high demand for years, RCS support. For those unfamiliar, RCS stands for Rich Communication Services, and it greatly enhances the quality of texting with Android users. While the infamous blue and green bubbles will still exist, you'll now enjoy better media quality, typing indicators, and read receipts when messaging someone on an Android device. It's not a complete overhaul, but it's a significant improvement. On top of that, satellite messaging is coming to iPhones. Imagine being able to send text even when there's no cellular coverage, whether you're hiking in the mountains or on an airplane. This feature will keep you connected no matter where you are. One of the most hyped features of iOS 18 is Apple Intelligence. Apple's AI engine designed to bring advanced machine learning and smart functionalities to the iPhone. Unfortunately, Apple Intelligence won't be rolling out today. According to reports, it's still not fully ready and will only launch next month. Even more disappointing, Apple Intelligence won't come with all the features that were advertised. Some of these features won't arrive until next year, and according to Bloomberg's Apple insider, Mark Gurman, Apple Intelligence is somewhat underwhelming compared to iOS update in history, packed with exciting features like rearrangeable app icons, hidden and locked apps, a redesigned Photos app, game mode, and RCS support. While some features like Apple Intelligence are still on the way, there's plenty to look forward to with this update. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on iOS 18? Are you excited about these new features, or are you waiting for something even bigger? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. Just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.